Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This is a grass morphism type portfolio website. You can see the effect and you can see the effect of typing effect, that is nothing but using the typed JavaScript library. We are doing this freelancer web developer. You can see a typing effect. Then we have hover effect on the buttons. You can see the background color change, as well as hover effect on the social media icons. You can see, and our portfolio, and you can see continuous infinity loop background design that we have created for the dots. It will move continuously, you can see them. And then you can see the chart section. Welcome to the chart. This is one of the online charting section that I've created here. Then we can go to the next section, that is about section. This is the about section. You can see the portfolio image, the border curvature that we have done, and how neatly we have aligned the skills using the glass morphism type. Then we have the education, download CV, as well as contact me button. And you can go to the experience section. You can see how neatly we have aligned them all. Then we can go to the portfolio section. This is the portfolio section. You can see how neatly we have aligned all our projects. And whenever you click on this view project button, a new page opens with your portfolio image as well as details, like when it was created, technologies used, role, and online demo. You can click on this button for that viewing that project. You can see smooth transitions. There's no delays or any type of errors. Smooth transition. You can see easily we are able to visit the website as well as exit the website. Then we can go to the contact me section. This is the contact section. We have the type functions here, then send message button, social media icon. You can see the hover effect and background color change. This website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile as well as in tab version. Let me show you that. This is the desktop version of the website. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned exactly the center and well spaced. Then we can go to the next section, about section. This is the about section. You can see perfectly aligned with the size of the screen, that is for the mobile device. Then we can go to the projects, this portfolio. You can see how they are aligned. And next, contact me section. Perfectly aligned. And this website is entirely responsive. It is great for mobile, desktop, tab versions. You can use it for professional as well as personal use. It will give a very good impression for the recruiters. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials. The line by line code has been explained and it will give a very good intro into the web development, and you will be able to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript by doing these practical projects. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now let's go through the line by line code for this responsive portfolio website, glass morphism portfolio that we have designed. This is the latest one. This is the home page. This is the index.html file. In the head section we have the title tag, then we have the meta elements, then we have linked our fav icon as well as font awesome css as well as style.css file. You can see this is the style.css file. Then you can go to the body section. In the body section we have the preloader. Then we have the circles that we have, the 4 circles using the div elements we have created. You can see those circles here, 1, 2 and 3, and this white one, 4 circles that we have created using an empty div. Then we have given the css colors to them so that it could look like an original circle. Then we have div, overlay div. Then we have the main hidden div. Inside that we have the header. Inside that we have the main div as a container. and we have a button for the nav toggler, that is the nav menu button. Then we have the nav bar. Inside the nav we have an around a list item, and each list item has an anchor tag with an h reference to that particular section that we want to move whenever we click on that button, that is home, about, portfolio and contact. Then we have the home section, then the header section ends here. Let's go through the CSS so that you can be able to understand it perfectly. So this is the CSS. First we are importing the font using import at the date URL. Then we are using the root elements. Is the variable values that we are going to use in this website. We will have to mention them in the root element so that it will be easy for us to use his values directly by just calling them using var element. You can see here we are using color equal to var blue dark, which is directly calling this name that we have given here. Then we can go to the next one, that is the global settings that we give. That is box sizing is border box, padding is given, margin is given, outline is done. Then before and after we are adding box sizing equal to border box. Then for the body element we are adding the minimum height, background color. You can see we are using linear gradient to get this gradient effect. You can see the color is fading, that is two colors, one is red as well as orange. They're fading, giving a linear gradient effect to the background color. Then background attachment is fixed, font size, font family, color and overflow access can hidden. We are using WebKit top highlight color equal to transparent, so you can be able to get an glass morphism type effect that we have created. Then for the body height scrolling, overflow y equal to hidden. Then for body, before we are using content, position is fixed, top is 0, light is 0, height is 100%, width is 100%, background color is given to them. And for the default values, total values, we are giving for the anchor tag, we are removing the default values. So for that we are adding text declaration is equal to none. And for h1 h2 element we are giving the font weight, and same for the h4 h5 h6, this is nothing but the heading tags. Then for the image we are giving maximum width equal to 100%, vertical align is middle. Then another list is style equal to none. To remove any styles that have defaultly added to them will be removed by using the style equal to none. And for each section we are adding the background color, that is white alpha. Then border is added where minimum height is given, border radius is 30 pixel, and you can see the border radius, it gives a curved edges to this particular section. Then section active displays block animation, this is for the fade out animation that we have. Then we can go to the main section, maximum width is given, margin, transform, position is relative, main fade out is given, opacity equal to 0, container is given. Then row displays flex, wrap is wrap. These are like global values which will be used for the website. You can see in the directly we can give the class names here, and these values will be applied to them. That is the reason it is called as global values. Then for the section title we are using section padding is given, padding maximum width is added. Then for the section title we are adding the padding width, text align. And then for the padding section title and h2 element we are giving the font size and text transform is capitalized. And custom scroll bar we are creating using WebKit scroll bar, and width is 5 pixel. And for the text we are using background color equal to var, and background color thumb is given to us as main color. You can see here. Then we can go to the buttons. For the button we are giving font family equal to inherit and user select equal to none. Then button btn, line height, background color is given, border is given. You can see the button in the image. Here you can see this is the button that we have. Then as a pointer, user select is done, position is given, overflow is hidden, vertical align equal to middle. Then we have before effect for it, that is you can main color will be given as a background color. You can see here. and whenever you hover onto the button, the color will change. Then we have the animation keyframes that we are using, that is fade in and fade out, zoom in out, bounce stop. These all are the animations that we have added. For that, we are mentioning using the keyframes. By mentioning the values 0% to 100%, we can mention what type of values that you want to change. Here I am changing opacity values as well as transform for the zoom in out. Then boom, translate y to the bounce stop, and spin for the rotate. Spin is nothing but rotate. So I'm going to use this directly, keyframe values directly here. Then these values will be able, we can be able to see. You can see here width is given here. So next, background circles. The circles that we have created, for those circles, we have seen in the here you can see big circles. For these circles, we are creating the background effect for them, the color, the border, everything. For that only big grand circles we are using fixed. Top is 0, height is given, maximum width, as well as for the div we are giving position is absolute, border radius is 50%. And as you can see, for each and every circle we are giving the values. For the circle 1, we are giving height equal to 60, width equal to 60, background color is blue, and it is positioned exactly at left side 5%, top side 10%, opacity is 0.3, and you can see the animation is zooming out. It is infinitely, and you can see zooming out is the keyframe that we have created here. You can see this is the zooming out keyframe, that is transfer scale 0.5 to 1. Then we have the circle 2, then circle 3 and circle 4. For each one we are adding the different type of animation that we are using. And then overlay is the position is fixed, background color is transparent, and when overlay is active, the visibility will be visible. Then page loader, whenever we loading the page, that is whenever we starting the page at the starting position of the page, then we will get this page loader. It's nothing but a circular GIF that you can see. That I'm giving position is fixed, left is 0, it is 0. It will place the loader exactly at the center, and height is width is given. Then G index, background color, display flex, align items is center, justify content is center, opacity is given. Then opacity equal to 0. Then page loader div is given for that background position, as well as border radius is given to it. Then in child, we can go to the next one, that is the header section, the starting section of the header. Position is absolute, left is 0, top is 0, width equal to 100%, the index is 1, padding is given. You can see that is the one header we are giving here, the top. And when this header is active, position is fixed, top is 35 pixel. And when is header container, we are using maximum width is given, margin is done, margin is auto. And for the nav bar, we are giving the nav equal to nothing but position is align at center, justify content is center. The entire nav bar will be aligned exactly the center of the page. Then nav bar height, opacity is 0. This nav bar height and nav bar open is nothing but nav toggler and nav toggler height is, these two values will apply using the JavaScript that we have created. Here you can see this is the page loader. For the page loader, we are using main hidden, and whenever set timeout, while based on this timeout, it will display the loader before entering into the website. Then we have the nav toggler. Here we are referring to the nav toggler, creating a constant, that is nav toggler. And for each tag, we are adding an event listener. So whenever we click on the nav toggler, it will add height section will be activated, and as well as toggle navbar section will be activated, and height scrolling will be added to the body tag. So what is the height section? Height section is nothing but section dot active will be added to classes dot toggle fade out. So it will add to this particular section, because of which only it will display. You can see that whenever we are adding nav toggler to the active nav section, then it will display the entire nav bar. Nav bar will be displayed. Whenever it is adding height, you can see we are adding dot header active. At that time it will it will move back to its original position and it will post the nav element. So that code is done here. Very simple code. Uh, then we can continue with the CSS file. Hide and now use span element. We're giving the values. Then span before and after effect for the toggle. Content positions of the top is 0. Within 100% is given to it. Left is 0. Transform is translate y. Then we have span element. For that each span element we are giving right and left values, transform values. And then we have the active. For the active width equal to 50%. Then we can go to the header nav. Position is pixel, left is 0, right is 0. It will align exactly the center. And overflow y equal to hidden, visibility is hidden. So whenever we get the active nav header active, then only the nav bar will be visible to us, as I told you before in the script, that the JavaScript that I have told you before. The nav inner values are given. Then another list item anchor element is getting the values, that is display font size, font family that are added. And then you can go to the next section, that is the home section. This is the home section. In the home section we have the main div, that is the container div. Inside that we have the home text, paragraph, as well as h1 element, that is heading element, and h2 element, and we are adding a span element with a class of typing text. This is for the creation of continuous typing effect that we have used in here. Then we have an anchor element for no more. These are actually buttons that we created, and we have added the button classes to here. You can see here, these are the button classes that we have created in the style.css file. Then we have another div, that is the contact info item, and social icons. We have a div here. We are adding our LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, GitHub, and Facebook links here. Using an I tag, we are also adding an icon into our website. Then we are adding a div with home image. Inside that div we have image box and image. Using image tag we are adding our portfolio image. Then we can go to the CSS file. In that you can see CSS section padding is given, display active, display equal to flex, and the home image, home text width equal to 50%, padding equal to 15 pixel. You can see both are aligned exactly at the center with equally spaced between them. And then paragraph element, we are adding the font size. And for the h1 element, we are adding the font size and text transform is capitalized. h2 element, we are adding the font size, font weight, margin top, button, margin is added in image box. For the image, we are giving maximum width, border is 8 pixels solid, and we are, by giving the border radius equal to 50%, we are getting an exact circular border. You can see here. Then image, then h2 and span element, we are giving the values. Then we can go to the about section. Let's go to the about section. This is the about section. In that about section we have the main div, that is the container div. Inside that we have a div as row. Row is nothing but here we have created a class with row, which is displays flex is given, and flex wrap is wrap, so we will apply directly to this div. And inside that we are adding section title. We have also discussed this h2 element, that is about me. Then we have a div as row. Inside the div we have the image div, and we are applying our image, portfolio image. Then we have another div about text. Inside we are using paragraph tag for adding some data, and h3 for skills section, and we are creating a div with skills class, as well as we are creating skills item, h1 div elements for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PIJS, and Python. Then we have another div for about tabs, that is one is for the education tab as well as for the experience tab. So, and then we can go to the education section. In the education section we have the main div as timeline, and each in that timeline we have a timeline item which is copied again and again. This is the div that is copied again and again. You can see span element for having the date, the present date, h4, that is heading tag for adding this heading date, and we are using paragraph tag, and the same div is copied again for two more times to give our education timeline. Then we can go to the experience timeline. In that experience timeline you can see the same one. Here also we are using the div, that is a timeline item. Inside that we have span element for adding the date, h4 element for adding the data like web element, and paragraph tag. Then this same div is copied, the timeline item is copied again for several times. As many times as you want to add, you can add. Then we have an experience end. Here we are adding an anchor tag with a class button. So we are creating a button using an anchor tag. Here we are adding download CV and contact me buttons. The about section ends here. Let me show you the image. This is the about section. You can see here about image width is given, padding is given to it 0.15 pixel, and about text width is given as 60%. So they are aligning exactly equal spaces. This is 40% and the remaining text is taking the 60% of the web page. Then for the image box, we are creating background box, margin is given, border is given, and border radius is 10 pixels. So we are getting an lightly curved edges. You can see here. Then we have image box, image width is given as 100%. Then H3 element for the about text, H3 element we are giving text transform, font size, margin is given to it. Then we have about text skills. In that skills displays flex wrap is wrap, where flex wrap is wrap. And for the skills item, because we are using the skill flex wrap, you can see they're all aligned in a single row with equally spaced because we are using flex item here. Then the skills item, background color is given, border is given, padding, text transform, margin, border radius is 20 pixel. So we are getting curved edges. You can see curved edges to these elements. Then we can go to the about tabs, margin top for 20 pixel, and for each tab item we are giving the font size and what weight is given, and last cell margin is given. And for each tab item we are giving before, that is position is absolute, left is 0, bottom is 0, height is given to it, text transition is given. Then we are adding the hover effect to these buttons. You can see these two buttons, that is education and experience button. Whenever you active or whenever it is an active state, when you click over onto it, you'll get an underline and color change will be appear to that particular tab. To background color will change. This is the active element that we have added. Then we have the tab item active, that is nothing but the color and opacity is given to it. Then the timeline, for each timeline we are giving position is relative, and for each timeline before we are creating an absolute by using the position separate width and height positioning. We are creating this. You can see this buttons. Then tab content, padding is 40 pixel, displays none. Tab content is active, displays block. Then that is whenever you can see here active section, about tabs here. In the about tab, what you are creating is that we are creating an event listener here, and whenever you click on the tab item, the tab items are nothing but here this education and experience buttons are there, right? So whenever you click on this button, this code will activate and it will create an active, it will add active list to it. Active means nothing but here you can see the active list will make display equal to block. That means the list items will be displayed that we have here. So if you click on education list item will be displayed, and it will have the active link connected to it as its CSS file. And when you click on the experience section, it will be removed and it will experience section will be displayed. That code is added here by using the if clause that we have added here. Then we can go to the next one, timeline item before and after effects we are giving in child. Then we are having the h4 span element, for that font size and margin values are given. Then we can go to the portfolio section. The portfolio section starts here. Here we are having the main div as the container div. Then we have the row. For section title we have already read about this code. Then we have a div as a row. Portfolio starts here. The same portfolio starts here is the one that we copied again and again. Here we have the main div, that is portfolio item. Then portfolio thumbnail, that is the image one div we have. Then we have h3 element for portfolio name. Then we have the button for view project. Then we have another div, that is portfolio item details. In that we have description using paragraph tag, and general info, that is using the another list, and list item we are adding them by created technologies used role as well as demo button. Then this same portfolio is same portfolio item start is copied again for 4 more times for creating 4 more projects here, and this ends the portfolio section. portfolio section that we have. You can see portfolio section padding bottom is given for portfolio item with this calculated margin is given to them. Then we have the portfolio thumbnail for that padding, background color, border is given, border radius equal to 10 pixel. You can see for each and every thumbnail we have created, the border is lightly curved. For H3 element we are adding the font size, text transform is equal to capitalized, margin equal to 20 pixel 0, and for thumbnail image we are giving width equal to 100%, border radius equal to 10 pixel. Then portfolio item details are display equal to none. This is nothing but the details that we have will not be displayed until we click on the button. You can see here, whenever you click on this view project button, then this will change. This display will change into block by creating a portfolio pop-up. You can see this portfolio pop-up will be displayed. For that we are using position fix, left is 0, right is 0, creating an exactly center value, and creating the visibility will be hidden, and it will won't be open, and it will overflow while will be delayed. You can see we are adding pp, displays flex, justify content is center, align items is center. Then pp content we are displaying the values, padding, border radius, then max width is even to it, and we are also adding the text transform. Then we are giving the pop-up open content, pop-up header value is given to it. Then we have the thumbnail image, history element, description for that, margin bottom font size is given, and we have the lowercase for the list item, anchor tags. As you can see, so whenever we click on this view project button, we will open a new page that is nothing but pp page. In that we will be having the image, and we are going to have the details about the project. That is done by using this javascript portfolio here item display. So it will first we are going to add an event listener to it, and whenever we are going to click on the event listener, it will trigger pop-up. This pop-up will add toggle open to the portfolio pop-up section that we have. So by adding the class this toggle hide scrolling, you can see here in the css file. You can see the pop-up visibility open. Whenever it will be added, the visibility will be visible to us. That means that we will be able to see this portfolio details as well as portfolio image whenever click on it. Source code is added here, open. You can see here. Then hide pop-up when clicking outside of it. So this click will is nothing but whenever you click on this cross button that we have at the top of the image, it will close this button and it will go back to the portfolio section that we have, that is added here. Typed one is typed javascript that we have added is nothing but the one that we have in the home section in the index.html section. There is a home section that we have. We can see here web developer is only half. It is actually continuously typing the data that we give here. You can see by using the type javascript I am giving web developer, Canva designer, and freelancer. These three values will be repeated one after another because the loop is infinite loop we have created here, and typing speed and back speed is given, and for each delay we are giving 500 milliseconds of delay, which is done by using the type javascript that we have used in this project. Then we can go to the next section, copy is over. Then we can go to the contact me section. This is the contact me section, index.html file. Here is the contact me section. In that contact me section we have the main device, the container, then we have the section title, then we have div with class equal to row. Inside that we are using form element, contact form. For adding the input elements we are using input tag with the type is given text, and text for both input names, that is name as email, and if we are using for subject, and we are also creating text area. Whenever you want to give more data to more space for the user to type, then we use text area. It creates more space than the normal input values. You can also increase its size. Then we have a button, that is send message button with class btn. Then we have a div for contact info. Inside that div we have a div that is contact info item. In each item h3 element, paragraph element are given for email, phone, and for the contact info item we are also using for follow me, that is for adding the social media icons. Here we are using a div and anchor elements. Inside that we have an I tag for mentioning the icons that we are going to use, that is font awesome icons that we are using WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram, and GitHub and Twitter also. Then the contact section ends here. Then this is the portfolio, that image that will be displayed whenever you click on the starting position of the website. This is the thumbnail that we have added. Then we have also linked our script, that is our Ajax, that we have typed JavaScript library that we use, right? We are using the script tag to add it into our index.html file, and we have also added our script.js file into this index.html. Can go to the contact me form. The contact me form, you can see margin width is given to it. Then the placeholder, we are changing the color, opacity, and font weight. Placeholder values are the values inside values, that is name, email. These values are nothing but the placeholder values. Then input control, for the input control we are giving the display equal to block. Then we are adding the positional as well as English solid values. Then we are adding the control focus, that is whenever you hover on to these values to enter data, the focus of the button will expand, that is border color will change into white alpha, you can see here. Then input control is equal to none, that is it won't resize, that will won't increase its size. Then input text, then info item, we are adding the margin padding values, it's 3. The social links, anchor elements, also we are adding the values, display values are added. You can see the social elements, the circular ones, and the reason for that is that border radius is given equal to 50% here. Then whenever you hover onto social elements, where the color will change into white, that is the text color, then the background color will change into main color, that is orange color. Responsive web design is nothing but whenever you are creating a website and you want that website to be available in all devices, then you will use this website for that condition. And as you know, that responsive web design is one of the best ones, one of the most important features that everybody want in this today life. So first you have to do is that you have to complete it either in mobile version or in the desktop version totally. Then you have to change, nothing is different is there. The simple thing is that we're not adding any new code here, we are just changing the values, the size values, the display values, or aligning them, the values will change. You can see maximum width or margin values are changing here, margin, top, width, padding, order. You can see there are no new values added here anywhere. We are just changing the font size values, and we are changing the line margin weights only. This is typing, this is for keyframes. Typing is nothing but for the calculation that we have created here in the home page, that is continuous typing of the web developer, frontend developer. So this typing text we have added here, that is the keyframe that we are using here in the typing. Also dynamic text typing is given here, that is the keyframes. By using that animation we are able to create it. So that's all. The responsive portfolio ends here, and the source code will be available in the description of this project video. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment sections. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is a grass morphism type portfolio website. You can see the effect, and you can see the effect of typing effect, that is nothing but using the typed JavaScript library. We are doing this freelancer web developer. You can see a typing effect. Then we have hover effect on the buttons. You can see the background color change, as well as hover effect on the social media icons. You can see, and our portfolio, and you can see continuous infinity loop background design that we have created for the dots. It will move continuously, you can see them. And then you can see the chart section. Welcome to the chart. This is one of the online charting section that I've created here. Then we can go to the next section, that is about section. This is the about section. You can see the portfolio image, the border, curvature that we have done, and how neatly we have aligned the skills using the glass morphism type. Then we have the education, download CV, as well as contact me button. And you can go to the experience section. You can see how neatly we have aligned them all. Then we can go to the portfolio section. This is the portfolio section. You can see how neatly we have aligned all our projects. And whenever you click on this view project button, a new page opens with your portfolio image as well as details. Like when it was created, technologies used, role, and online demo. You can click on this button for that viewing that project. You can see smooth transitions. There's no delays or any type of errors. Smooth transition. You can see easily we are able to visit the website as well as exit the website. Then we can go to the contact me section. This is the contact section. We have the type functions here, then send message button, social media icon. You can see the hover effect and background color change. This website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile as well as in tab version. Let me show you that. This is the desktop version of the website. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned exactly the center and well spaced. Then we can go to the next section, about section. This is the about section. You can see perfectly aligned with the size of the screen, that is for the mobile device. Then we can go to the projects, this portfolio. You can see how they are aligned. And next, contact me section. Perfectly aligned. And this website is entirely responsive. It is great for mobile, desktop, tab versions. You can use it for professional as well as personal use. It will give a very good impression for the recruiters. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials. The line by line code has been explained and it will give a very good intro into the web development, and you will be able to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript by doing these practical projects. Thank you.